Since the last video the game has moved a bit closer to the actual direction I want. The goal is still a voxel-based survival game, but I'm refining the idea a bit more. I want a world with procedural voxel terrain, different eras of progression, and eventually some grid-based building systems on top of that terrain. This update is mostly about making the world feel less empty. I added a basic scatter system that can place objects around the terrain, things like trees, rocks, pebbles, and other pickable resources. One important detail is that the scatter system is independent from the chunk system. The terrain generates the world shape, and then the scatter system places objects on top of it on its own rules, so I can improve both systems separately. So we can basically now pick up a few objects, and I also added a basic inventory UI. Right now it's still very simple, but the idea is that the player can pick up resources from the world and can start collecting the materials needed for crafting. Player movement is also improved. Player can now move around more smoothly, jump, can collide against some objects, and can automatically step over small height differences instead of getting stuck on every small block edge. The next step is to design a very basic crafting system using the resources I already pick up, like branches, stones, and other simple items. For now the priority is raw functionality. I want to get the basic survival loop first, explore, collect, craft, and build, and after that I can start improving the visuals with better terrain shading, GPU computed grass, and more polished environment details. There are still some terrain issues, some far away lower detail LOD chunks. There are transparent or missing mesh faces. I'm aware of it, but I'm leaving it for later because it currently only happens in lower detail terrain far from the player, and once the player approaches it, it generates a finer detailed version of the terrain, which no longer has those missing meshes. I'm also still evaluating whether the voxels should be smaller than they currently are. Smaller voxels could make the terrain and buildings look better, but they also affect performance and complexity, so I need to test it carefully. So this update is mainly about turning the world from an empty terrain into something the player can actually interact, terrain resources, movement, collisions, pickup, and inventory. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next update.